Well, I'm sure many of you sitting here now looking at my backyard, those of you on the right are probably pretty happy that the Supreme Court has rolled back EPA rules so that Biden cannot regulate the release of climate change gases into the atmosphere by power plants. And you all think that's a really good thing. Well, I'm here to maybe change your mind if you look at this with a open mind. So I'm sure a lot of you have seen this experiment here. This is where people will take ice and put it into a glass of water, and then they'll put a line, and then they'll wait for that ice to melt, and then they'll say, see, look, even when all the ice melts is floating in the water, the level of the water doesn't rise. Well, what they fail to take into consideration is it doesn't matter if water's in a solid form or it's in a liquid form. It still takes up the same space. So once the water in the form of ice is floating in the other water, the level is not going to change whether it's melted or not. So what people don't understand, that's not the ice we're concerned about. If you look at this picture here, this is a picture of Antarctica in comparison to the size of the United States. As you see, Antarctica as a continent is bigger than the entirety of the United States. So the ice that is setting on Antarctica is setting on land. We're not concerned about ice that's already floating in water because it's already taken up as much space as it can. We're concerned about the ice that is setting on land. The land is Antarctica. And if you look at this picture, size comparison, imagine the entire United States covered in ice, and then that ice melting and going into the ocean. Then you would see sea level rise. Because you also failed to take into consideration that the ice in Antarctica in some places is 3 miles thick. So we all know that a mile is 5,280 feet. So for simple mathematics, let's just say we're going to round it down to 5,000. So 3 miles would be 15,000 feet tall. This here you see is the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. It's the largest man-made structure on the face of the earth. It is 2,272 feet tall. But for simple mathematics, we're just going to cut it down to 2,000. So 15,000 is how thick the ice is on Antarctica. That means that it would have to take over 7 Burj Khalifa stacked on top of each other to equal that height. And that wouldn't even equal the height. At 2,000 feet, 7 Burj Khalifas would only equal 14,000 feet. We'd still be 1,000 feet below. So this is what you people don't understand. Now, you don't care about climate change, but I promise you, if and when all of the ice melts on the land in Antarctica, you will care. Because if you live in Florida or you live in New York or you live in any coastal city, you will be up to your eyeballs in water. Thank you very much.